Bell Station is located 137.13 kilometres from Sydney Central on the Main Western Line. The station opened in May 1875 under the name Mount Wilson to serve the village of the same name 14 kilometres away, eventually being renamed Bell on 1st of May 1889. It currently holds the distinction of being the highest operational mainline station in New South Wales, at an altitude of 1,067 metres above sea level. The current platform and building were ordered in 1910, coinciding with the opening of the 10 tunnels deviation and duplication of the line, and were completed the following year. The 1911 built building is constructed in a Federation Type 11 style, fairly typical of buildings constructed along with the duplication of the Blue Mountains line in the 1900s and 1910s. Bell's building features a signal box at the eastern end, which controlled the now removed loops and sidings around the station. The box is constructed of timber, whilst the rest of the building is brick built. As well as the signal box, the station building features station masters and ticket offices, toilets, and general and ladies' waiting rooms. However, all of these and the various sidings were taken out of use in 1971 when the station became permanently unattended. The Main Western Line, including the stations at Bell and Zigzag, was temporarily closed between Mount Victoria and Lithgow from December 2019 to May 2020 to repair damage caused by the Gospers Mountain bushfire. Miraculously, Bell Station survived the fire virtually unscathed, even though the bush around it was completely singed. This close down also saw the Up Refuge Loop, the only remaining siding at Bell, disconnected from the main line almost 50 years since its last use, although the track, electrification and all, remains present. The Main Western Line was electrified as far as Bowenfels in 1957, using a compound overhead catenary arrangement unique to the Blue Mountains. Although the line was electrified mainly with coal haulage in mind, it was also used by electric passenger services. Somewhat ironically, the latter are now the only trains to use the overhead wires, following the cessation of electrically hauled freight services in the 1990s. Owing to its location some distance from significant settlement and a resulting limited catchment, Bell was one of 23 stations on the former CityRail network to record an average of fewer than one passenger per day in the 12 months ending June 2014. The station receives a Blue Mountains line service every 2 hours off-peak to Lithgow or Sydney Central. Owing to its low patronage, it is one of 9 request stops on the New South Wales Trainlink Intercity network. This is why none of the Blue Mountains line services seen stop. The name Bell is in honour of Archibald Bell Jr., who, in 1823, was the first European to plot a route across the Blue Mountains from Richmond, assisted by Durrock men Emery and Cody. We know this route today as Bell's Line of Road. The station's former name of Mount Wilson is after Bowie Wilson, the New South Wales Government's Secretary for Lands when the village of Mount Wilson was laid out in 1868. With just 4 letters, Bell is the joint shortest name, letters-wise, of an operational mainline railway station in New South Wales, a title it shares only with Como on the Illawarra line. That concludes our history class, so now it's time for some more trains.